When I say that Donald Trump is having a psychotic meltdown, I don't say it lightly. I'm not being hyperbolic. Throughout the day yesterday, he was posting hundreds of AI images that were truly psychotic. And I mean hundreds of AI images. This, as the United States temporarily paused a massive escalation against Iran because we ran out of munitions. This is what Donald Trump was posting. Let me just show you AI images like this. It's our oil tanker now. It's an AI image of Donald Trump and the United States military taking over an Iranian tanker like we're pirates, and you have Iranians wearing some white garb. It's like a racist AI image also, and they're jumping overboard, and it says, "It's our oil tanker now." It's what the President of the United States is posting. He then posts an AI image of like a cartoon of an Iranian ship being blown up, and it says, "No more engines," as the United States blows up an Iranian tanker. Then he posts an AI image of lots of U.S. fighter jets blowing up Karg Island, and he posts it like it's a movie billboard on his official presidential account. And Trump goes, "Strike on Karg," and it's American fighter jets blowing up Karg Island and engaging in war crimes. He posts this odd movie billboard AI image of himself, "Cosmic Commander, Leadership Destiny Beyond." He posts a separate AI image of himself as a pirate taking over an Iranian tanker. "It's our oil tanker now." And he's removing the Iranian flag from the Iranian tanker, and he's putting a U.S. flag. Then he posts this AI image, "Guardians of the World," and it's a photo of him hunched over in the background, and there are U.S. fighter jets blowing up Iran, and there's explosions at Iranian, looks like power plants, and other civilian infrastructure, and boats look like they're being blown up. And it says, "Guardians of the World." Then he posts yet another image of "It's our oil tanker now." Then he goes from saying "Guardians of the World" to "Guardian Angels of the World." And you remember, what was it, a week and a half ago, where Donald Trump said that the U.S. is the guardian angel of Hormuz and will be charging 20% tolls? That's what Trump, 20% of the inventory on a tanker the U.S. will charge for controlling the Strait of Hormuz. Then he said that he would not be doing that 24 hours after saying we were the guardian angels of Hormuz, right? That was like 2 weeks ago. And then more of our service members got killed. And just like, what was it, 48 hours ago, he said he's going to open up the gates of hell and blow up all the Iranian bridges and power plants. And then in the past 24 hours, they paused the attack because we ran out of munitions, and Iran was destroying all of our air bases in the nearby Arab nations in the region. More AI images from Donald Trump by an Iranian tanker. "This is our oil tanker now." I mean, this is the President of the United States. I don't know how this isn't funny. This is not like laugh out loud. This is a psychotic individual who's the President of the United States posting AI slop about being a pirate. I mean, the U.S. Navy and CENTCOM was once the most proud organization in the world, and this is what we've been reduced to. Then he posts this weird photo. He's posting this about himself, the man who saved America, and it's these photos of him at different times throughout his life. Quite the contrary. This is the person who single-handedly destroyed the United States. I mean, this is a humiliation ritual. Right now, like all this, the damage that this is being done generationally is hard to even describe in words. Then he posts this weird AI cartoon of Rosie O'Donnell, and he's like obsessed with her, and it says, "My dearest Donald, dear President Trump, you are truly one of a kind, XOXO Rosie. It's not a sip, it's a lifestyle," and she's in Ireland, and so he's posting that. He also posts this weird image of himself, "Give the enemy nightmares, Trump 2028," and it's him in the fog with, I guess, special forces, and I guess the statement is that he's gonna not leave office in 2028, and he's going to have special forces terrorize and torture Americans or something, give the enemy nightmares. Is that what he's saying? Another post, it's our oil tanker now, a weird AI image of him, I guess, driving a ship. That's not really how ships work. You don't drive them like that. It's not the way our military vessels work, but that's what he's doing. Then he says America first, and he puts himself on a AI image with founders. Then a weird image of himself behind one of the White House columns, and he's creepily looking at the camera. Then he posts again, goodbye engine room, an AI image of himself and John F. JFK, a big, gigantic AI Trump 2028 coffee mug with someone in a green shirt screaming. I guess he's saying that, I guess, depicting a liberal or something. And this is people sad of a Trump 2028 mug. And he's posting that Trump from the 1980s, but now he has himself in an AI Trump 2028 pink Save America hat. Then another AI image, plan trusted, a weird photo of the Capitol building that appears to be a lake in front of it, some sort of moat in front of it as well. And it says panic in DC, a weird AI cartoon of Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and Colbert, a weird AI cartoon of Chris Christie and Jerry Nadler fighting over a cheesecake, a weird photo of him on Air Force One looking in front of, or standing in front of a Joe Biden video playing from an address that former President Biden gave in the Oval Office. A image of himself, AI image of himself as a doctor. You see this spine. This is what I want to put back in Republicans. And he's a spine doctor, saying he wants to put spine back in doctors. Then a weird movie billboard of himself grabbing George Washington's hand from a cliff and saving George Washington. There's like dozens of more like that, but this is what he was doing all day yesterday. Then on the official White House accounts, hop in, best dimension yet, and it's a cartoon of a Border Patrol officer groping the breasts or chest area of an actual alien, and arresting and torturing an actual alien while Donald Trump frolics around the White House, while cartoon Donald Trump frolics around the White House, and somebody's playing tag with him and saying, "Ooh, gotcha, you're it, while Border Patrol assaults an alien. There's a cartoon of Trump running around playing tag with somebody, and then it concludes by saying MAGA in weird letters. That's what Donald Trump's posting, but I want to share some photos, actually. Here are the 4 service members who died in Donald Trump's catastrophic and unlawful war in the past few days. Take a look at them. This is deadly serious stuff. Our service members are being killed. Our economy is being destroyed. America's standing in the world has been destroyed. And Donald Trump is saying he's going to open up the gates of hell. And then right as the deadline approaches, as he's done now every time, he backs away, which we shouldn't be in this catastrophic and unlawful war in the first place. He backs away. And then now we learn that we ran out of munitions, and that's one of the main reasons. And so also, as part of this death loop, Netanyahu is taking a trip to the United States tomorrow, where he's going to tell Donald Trump about Iran's reconstituting its nuclear arsenal. Donald, you're going to have to invade. And the lunatic, seriously, the psychotic lunatic who we saw on the stage at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the psychotic lunatic who's making these social media posts, will be meeting with Netanyahu, who will be saying, Donald, you need to invade, you need to do all of this. And knowing Trump, he'll probably do it. And then we'll run out of more munitions. Then he'll back out of it again. And we'll get more service members killed. And he'll further destroy our economy. And look, while Donald Trump is doing all of this, the American people are suffering. The cost of living is such that people can't afford anything right now, can't afford gas or groceries. People are starving in the United States and they can't afford rent. And if they have a paycheck, they're living paycheck to paycheck, barely getting by, tapping into the remaining savings, which is nothing that they have. They can't afford anything. Credit card delinquencies are up, foreclosures are up dramatically, consumer confidence at a historic low. And this is how he's behaving. I mean, it's sickening. I'll show you some other photos. These are the U.S. air bases successfully destroyed by Iran from July 9th to July 24th. Just look at the images. A lot of these images come from satellite images from Iran, which they get their satellite images from China and Russia. The U.S. has banned satellite footages in the United States from private companies. So we get this from Russia and China. That's what we've been reduced to. And they're accurate. They've been proven to be accurate photos. So you take a look at the King Faisal, you take a look at Ali al-Salam and Tower 22, Muwafiq. That's where the service members were killed. Muwafiq Salti in Jordan, King Faisal. You see all these bases destroyed in Syria, in Erbil, Iraq, obliterated. Soldier barracks at 4 bases, MQ-9 hangars, jet hangars, helicopter hangars. And so Trump had to move all of our equipment to Israel, because the United States security umbrella was totally destroyed in the Arab nations. It does exist still in Israel. Israel got it, but the Arab nations got screwed over. And so that's why the Arab nations are like, China, please come. I'm going to do a video on this morning. They're like, Xi Jinping, we replaced the U.S. security umbrella. So now you're going to have a China security umbrella replace the United States security umbrella. Wang Yi, the foreign minister of Iran, met with Araghchi, the foreign minister of Iran. And I'll do a video on this shortly this morning. Like, one of the main reasons why Trump backed out of the escalation was China said they were going to get involved in the war. It's not just that we ran out of munitions. China said, this will be World War III. We're getting involved, Donald. And that's what ultimately had Donald Trump back out. I mean, you clearly have market manipulation at play also. One of the things we saw before Trump officially backed out of the massive escalation was there was all of these oil contracts that were being bought that seemed to all know before Trump made the announcement that he was going to make the announcement and prices were going to drop, and that people who had a long position were going to get absolutely screwed on the price going up, because lots of people figured, okay, well, you're escalating. It should be $150 a barrel, $125 a barrel. That's where it's all heading, based on everything that was being said. And then Trump's like, now we're going to pause. So then the price of crude drops 7% in like a minute once the futures markets opened. And, as this account says, as Just Dario says, I'd like to congratulate whoever is behind this. He's being sarcastic. This latest asinine crude oil market manipulation that started on Friday at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, especially on the 2 large dumps of hyper liquid during the weekend, sending WTI crude to $85 while 0 crossings are taking place in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, no tankers are leaving the Strait of Hormuz. One ship has been hit with a mine and exploded earlier on Sunday. The Jazan refinery in Saudi Arabia, the Aramco facility, still burning, and the other one in Saudi Arabia destroyed as well. The Houthis fired upon a 4th oil tanker in the Bab el-Mandab Strait and have effectively shut that down for Saudi tankers. And Ukraine hit an Iranian ship in the Caspian Sea, and Iran is threatening to retaliate against Ukraine. Ukraine is successfully striking refineries in Russia. Russia is striking refineries and transport and other cargo in Ukraine. With all of this going on, oil dropped 7%. It's a massive market manipulation at a scale that has never been seen before. With all of this going on, and this as background, one of the stories I'm following closely, and that I know you are also, is I want to see Barron Trump subpoenaed. I really do. For everything they put Hunter through, I want to see Barron sit there and squirm I mean, I want to see Ivanka also, to be clear, and Jared, and I want to see Eric, and I want to see Don Jr., and I want to see Witkoff, and I want to see Witkoff's kids. Of course, I want to see all of that, and that'll happen. But I want to see Barron, because, you know, he thinks he can just be out of the limelight and do all this grifting, in my opinion. And it's like, nah, man, nah. What you put Hunter through, Barron it is. And you know Melania hates that. So here's Congresswoman Ansari with Jack Cucciarella on the MeidasTouch Network. Let's play it.
So to be clear, you want to see Barron Trump come before Congress and answer questions about his relationship with Andrew Tate?
I absolutely want to see Barron Trump come before Congress and answer questions about this. I mean, there is, reporting about this, and he should answer these questions. What is his relationship? What kind of communication have they had? What kinds of connections has Barron Trump potentially made for Andrew Tate and his brother? Has he had any conversations with other White House officials about this? These are all really important questions to be asking. Barron Trump has also, there's more reporting about him as it pertains to financial dealings and corruption. And this is not the only issue that I think Barron Trump needs to come before Congress for, but the Oversight Committee is really primed to be the place for him to answer questions. And I think it's important to remember that Barron Trump is an adult. He is a 19-year-old, I believe, maybe 20 years old now. He is, somebody who is deeply involved in Trump's orbit and this whole manosphere, and he has a lot of influence. And so he needs to be held accountable if he has committed any wrongdoing.
And then finally, I always like to leave us with this YouTube cleanser, if you will. I mean, I show you all the horrific stuff that Trump does, but I also want to show hope. Senator Ossoff's speech on Sunday, chef kiss, amazing. Let me share it with you. Here, let's play this clip of Senator Ossoff. It's a short clip. Let's play it.
The price of admission to the president's service seems to be proof that you're willing to lie for him. Have you seen it? Maybe you saw Jay Clayton, the president's nominee to lead our intelligence services, refuse again and again while he was under oath to affirm Donald Trump's defeat in 2020. Or Pete Hegseth before the Senate this week, refusing to recant his lies about the war. And there's something uniquely despicable about lying a nation into war. Treating citizens as fools and the selfless patriots who serve as pawns. Remember, earlier this year, they claimed there was an imminent nuclear threat. After last year, they told us the Iranian nuclear program had been obliterated. Do you remember? Both times lies. On day 12 of this war, the president said, quote, "We won." On day 14, Hegseth said Iran's military was, quote, "destroyed." 5 months later, we're still bombing. Americans are still dying. Iran still has its uranium. Hormuz is still closed. I challenge anyone to defend it. A war built on lies told by a White House utterly absent figures of integrity to dissuade the president from his delusions. And Ahab, too, surrounded himself with yes men. And it led him to reckless war and to his downfall. As he weighed going to war, King Ahab consulted his 400 court prophets, and they assured him unanimously of victory. Just one man spoke truth to power, the prophet Micaiah, who warned the king against war, and for it Ahab imprisoned him. Says Ahab of Micaiah in 1 Kings 22:8, "I hate him because he never prophesies anything good about me." So Ahab silenced dissent and proceeded to war, and it was the costliest mistake of his reign. Now, in the kingdom of Samaria 3,000 years ago, those living under Ahab's misrule had little recourse. But in the United States today, the power of the presidency is nothing compared to the power of the people. Nothing.
There you have it, everybody. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, help us get to 7 million subscribers. And also, if you've already pre-ordered your copy of WTF America that I wrote with my brothers, it comes out October, and you already pre-ordered it, can you put it in the comments, WTF? And if you haven't pre-ordered it, can you pre-order it now? Because it helps us decide where we're going to tour, which states or even countries we're going to visit on the WTF America tour. So please, if you can, let me know if you pre-ordered it. I could see what city it was bought in, so that's how we help determine where we're going. All right, new background for the next few days over here. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Appreciate you. Have a great one.
Hey, if you want the full story, how democracy got here and how we take it back, pre-order our new book, WTF America, today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.